Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love creating stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And tonight, time zone. We're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velenar campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we'll begin with an introduction for Bracken.
Hey everybody, it's me. I play Bracken. It's me, Thresh. That would help if I was telling you who was playing Bracken. Bracken is a Kender monk fighter who's really bad with words, kind of like I am right now, but really good with punching, kind of like I'm not like right now. Bracken's nursing a hangover from the last time he went out with everybody, and hopefully things don't go wrong this time.
Oh, man.
That was a mess.
There are so
Is
many
he okay?
hangovers in this house.
Well, I mean, Z's not here this time, so I don't know what we're gonna. We got a couple hours to kill.
Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Avi.
Okay, hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Avi. She's a half-elf bard sorcerer. I don't remember anything. What was that? She cares about her friends. She's constantly singing, and she's just a little spooky.
Hell yeah. We love that.
Hell yeah, we do.
Hell yeah, we do. Let's get an introduction for Cecil.
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He is a forest gnome cavalier. He has been enjoying the more political intrigue that they've been involved in lately. He's still standing ready to support his friends, and he has a bad habit of writing letters and never sending them.
Hell yeah. We'll get you those letters sent. Maybe.
No.
With that, we are set to dive into our session here. And, well, as it was joked before, it is probably true that there are a few hangovers in the Robinmere Manor this morning. And this is because you are planning for a masquerade that's a little under 2 weeks away at this point. You have some tasks that you need to fill out for the Duchess Listana before the masquerade arrives. Mostly some planting of evidence, some setting up for dominoes to fall, and a little bit of murder. Nothing too out of the ordinary for vampires living in a city such as Gloomnor. But this day is yours, and as we awake in Robinmere Manor, and as breakfast is put on the table, Z is, it seems, missing. Perhaps still sleeping off a 2/4 gin.
I hate you.
Wait, how much? Wait, 2/4. That's a half.
It was a whole thing.
We've been
I learned
over
about
this
fractions.
so many times.
So as it seems that Z is still sleeping off their alcohol consumption, what is everyone else doing as we arrive at breakfast?
I'm making sure that Cadreb has plenty of orange juice and protein. Because it was my fault that he retired early.
Katarib like drinks the juice, and this one doesn't taste the same.
Well, yeah. I mean, not all juice is as good as the juice that you had yesterday.
He pouts a little bit, but will continue to drink his orange juice.
What an
You just,
unfulfilling answer.
just work on that and your headache will go away.
Okay.
Cecil's just walking by with his plate just rolling his eyes.
Bracken's coming down, and his hair still very messy. He's kind of shuffling his feet and grumbling. He's very much burnt out, as it were.
Well, we have some plans today, don't we?
Like what?
Oh, that's right. You weren't around.
Yeah, I had to sleep off.
Mm-hmm.
A little
For 2
something.
days.
I don't know what they put in those drinks, but it was very strong.
Bless your
I'm
heart,
very
right?
small.
Mm-hmm. So we have all of the things that we need to plant.
Oh, good.
And you know, we know kind of who we need to go after, but I think our plan is to go and scope things out today. And if we have an opening, maybe get some things rolling.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that all sounds good. I
Uh-huh.
have no complaints or audibles to call on that. That sounds fine.
All right. Do you need a bucket or anything? Sounds like you're kind of.
No, I'm gonna be good. I just need
All
to
right.
catch up,
You want some orange juice?
No, I'm a cranberry guy.
Okay.
I will say that to cater for the hangovers in the house, Miss Matilda has it's all sorts of like fried eggs and potatoes.
Is it possible to get a glass of bitters and soda?
Yeah, why not? You're in a noble's
Boom.
house. So
That is what we will do.
yeah. Like it's a potato hash, fried eggs, sausages, all sorts of, you know, the shit that you eat at 3 a.m. at
Hefty
Waffle
foods.
House.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you would know.
I've been to Waffle House late at night. I go with friends. I don't like it, but I do it.
Oh, so you'll go with others, but you won't go with us. I guess that shows how you think of us.
I mean, I wouldn't go either.
Let's blow it up on stream. No,
That's well. First off, we don't even live in the same state.
we're next to each other. We're we're neighbors. State neighbors.
I'm sorry.
We're meeting on state lines to go to Waffle House. I don't think that's how
Goddamn
it
right.
works.
That's neutral. Waffle houses are hallowed ground in neutral territory.
My goodness.
I agree with you on the neutral territory part. So,
All guild matters can be discussed on pools of light.
so, as you have this very hearty breakfast, what do you guys do? You have any more in-depth plans, or do you just kind of course, bring Bracken up to speed? What are you guys? How are you guys handling this day? Any preparations, or do you just head out?
Well, just making sure that I've got those papers in the bag of holding, just in case.
Yeah, we wanted to go scope out the grounds, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said, Cecil.
Look, I'm gonna keep this real simple for everybody. I'm not gonna be good for plans or tell me what you want me to do and when to do it, and I'm gonna get it done.
Okay, Bracken.
I want you to get your head in the game.
Oh, Cecil. Oh, Cecil.
Hell yeah. What cute. I'm gonna go, get ready. Are y'all gonna be alright?
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm
we'll
ready
be
to
We
go.
need a mediator.
all set.
Okay. No fights at the table.
Who's fighting?
Eye
He's fine.
contact to Bracken.
Bracken staring down into. He's got a cup of coffee, a cup of bitters and soda, 2 fried eggs, and some corned beef hash in front of him. And he's just staring down into that.
Right. I'm gonna keep my eye on things, like, as I'm walking away.
Cecil's oblivious. He's gonna gather his things and wait at the door. He thinks everything's fine.
We're good.
Cecil just kicking his feet in one of the high chairs.
Standing in a window.
He only does that in the middle of the night. What are you guys talking
Yeah,
about?
that's fair. When the moon hits your eye.
My goodness.
So, breakfast passes. Bracken's been brought up to speed. You guys can prepare yourselves and get ready, and then you head out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You find yourself, of course, returning to the House Gezidul property. It spans over much land here in the city, and, well, there are vampires and other undead lounging about the property just as it was before. Where would you like to go?
Well, do you just want to wander around?
We could wander, or we could figure out where our targets spend a lot of their time.
Right. I know we said if we had time that we'd hit up the vein.
Oh yeah.
See if we can't get a little extra cash.
Cash would be good.
see if we can find where Oswin Skulldoodle lays his head at night.
Well, it is technically day. You had breakfast, but it is night, always.
We can find where he hangs out, because
What
he's on the must-kill list.
do you want us to do with that, Faye?
Not so sure you should say that so loud, Cecil.
I whisper.
Okay. Well, where are we going to start? You want to... You want to start at the vein?
That could work.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
I don't know.
I'm not even sure where Lord Victorian and his area would be, but I bet people there know.
I'm sure a lot of people here know.
Probably everyone but us. Let's go.
Away we go.
Yeah. So you make your way to the Vein of the Vein Inn and Lounge. And entering in, it is not as filled as you remember it being. It seems perhaps there are less people in the earlier parts of the day that allow this place to frequent their time, but there are people here.
You think they'd be willing to pay with a partially empty house?
I think they'd have a lot of upset bards if they didn't pay.
Well, that's fair. You want me to go ask them, the bartender, if they want us to get started?
Well, it wouldn't be the bartender, it'd be the lady we talked to last time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take care of it, Cecil.
Okay, I'll get warmed up and I go crack my fingers.
I'll figure out something else to do for money,
Oh.
I guess.
Hold on, why are you getting warmed up, Cecil?
Oh, just in case you need backup.
Oh.
I'll just be.
You know what? You're so right. Yeah. You know what? Go ahead and you handle that. I'll handle this.
Okay.
Mhm.
So goes, he's doing little finger stretches.
Oh, bless him.
Avi, give me a perception check, please.
Well, that's an 8.
As you are looking around, you don't see the same voluptuous figure that was present during your visit a few nights ago. But you do see that the area she occupied has a figure seated there. A little more plain looking. They don't seem to be trying to draw much attention to themselves. Just looking over a book seems to be more of a pleasure reading than anything for business.
Yeah, I'll walk up to them.
As you approach, they seem very drawn into their book, almost as if they didn't notice your arrival.
What you reading?
There's a startle as the book is placed to the chest. Nothing of consequence. And they do a little bit of a dog ear on the current page they're on, and close it.
Nothing of consequence.
Just, words written on a page,
Mhm.
published somewhere, sold, and now read for entertainment. Nothing really.
I mean, it just seemed to be pretty interesting. You didn't even notice me walk up.
I'm an avid reader.
Mm-hmm.
What's the title of that there, book there, Faye?
Would you like to roll a perception check to see if you can
Yes.
catch a glimpse? Yeah, go for it.
1,000%. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Pull up my character sheet because I'm not very smart. There we go. And perception. That gets it right.
Yeah, so Bracken, you don't quite see it, but you do see that one of the figures on the novel has this long flowing hair in the wind. Avi with a 24, you can see that the book title is Hers for the Claiming.
Mm-hmm.
You also see, of course, the long flowing hair.
No doubt a mystery novel.
Yeah, it's 100% a mystery novel.
I think it's a mining escapade.
Add that to my TBR. Anyway, I was here before. I've played.
Yeah. Pulls out the ledger book like you did before. What's your name?
Avi.
And flips through. Okay, yeah, I see that we had you marked here for a rate of 10 gold an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you planning to play?
Well, I was hoping. That's why I came over.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't really have a lot of people in the early hours. If you're here and you want to play, yeah, the stage is yours.
Well, thanks. Let you get back to your book.
You watch as they kind of look to make sure no one else is nearby. When you say that, it seems that undead perhaps do not have the same capabilities of flushing. But if one could.
Yeah, I'll head up and I'll start playing.
Roll me a performance check, please.
That is 27.
All right. And then, not Bracken. Cecil, are you up there with Avi?
Cecil was just standing by in case he needed to jump in. So he's not playing right now. So more of a just in case stretching.
Okay. Well then, with a 27 performance, Avi, you are doing excellent this morning. Even though there aren't many people here, those that are seem to stop, quiet, listen. Yeah, what are you guys doing during all of this? Like, of course, Avi is playing, but is there anything else that you're doing, Avi? Anything that Bracken, Cecil, you guys would be doing?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just kind of watching the crowd, seeing if there's any faces I might recognize from descriptions or somebody I've seen before last time I was here.
Once Cecil sees that Avi's got it under control, he's gonna kind of look around the place to see if there's any like maps of the estate grounds.
Good tourist map.
Yeah, like a theme park map.
You do not, no, not in the vein and vein, or vein of the vein. Do they have what looks to be like the directory maps that you have at theme parks of like you're here and here's the other areas? That does not seem to be the establishment that you are in, Cecil.
Well, that's a shame. Cecil's gonna start drawing one.
Just tack it up on the wall.
No, he's just gonna keep it in his pocket for reference for when we have to come back and do things.
Okay.
So he's just making a very basic map, not to scale, maybe with cartoonishly large major features.
I love it. I'm getting the waffle map from Bolt. So yeah, as you are viewing this, Avi, what's your passive perception?
16.
16. You would notice at least one familiar face in the crowd. You see the gentleman vampire that wasn't quite interested in you. Is now very much paying attention with your musical expertise.
I'll make sure to give him just a little extra attention while I'm playing.
Okay. And then Bracken, what are you doing?
Bracken is looking for alternate opportunities. He's looking for potentially shady characters, looking for some extra help. Maybe he can earn a big chunk of change a different way.
Roll for me an insight check, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do see. Well, almost everyone in the vein and the vein of the vein is shady. That's just gloom noir. But there is some figure that catches your attention, mainly because you see a exchange of coin into another person's hand from this dark elf seated in one of the corners.
Make my way over to that.
He will, as you approach, look to you, and you're not one of my normal informants, but if you've got good information, I'll pay for it.
Informant, no, but maybe you can tell me I can try. I'm trying to earn some quick cash here. I'm pretty good at sorting situations out, maybe putting the herd on things, some muscle work, anything like that you might need.
I don't really do much in the muscle work. I just need to be well informed of the situations that are happening around the city and the estate. If you've got anything, I'll pay you for it, informant or not.
Like gossip or?
Well, I'd prefer more sturdy information, but gossip can get me somewhere.
Well, do you know anyone looking for some muscle work or anything like that?
I mean, muscle work could come in handy if you are looking for a chance to be on standby. I'd suggest talking to Sibylla Duskraven.
Sibylla. Alright. You know where I can find him?
She's currently assisting some higher up nobles, but she's well known around the grounds. I'm sure if you give some time, you may be able to cross paths with her.
Alright. Sounds good. Appreciate you, friend.
And if you do find any sort of information and you wish to pass it along to me, I'll be here. And if I'm not, just ask around for his umbrellas.
Gotcha. Thank you. And Bracken will give him a nod and head back to his group.
Avi, how long do you plan to play?
Oh, we're planning on playing for the whole hour.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Then yeah,
You need that coin.
1 hour goes by. And you can make your way back to the figure in the sort of clerks area,
Mm-hmm.
who seems to be a little bit more aware,
Mm-hmm.
and puts the book away before you approach. All right, 1 hour. Let me get you as they go through, and we'll put together 10 gold for you.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. You were great up there.
Hey, thanks. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna give Bracken and Cecil a look, but I'm gonna find a seat on my own.
Okay. Easily done.
I'm gonna lean into Cecil and go, hey, you know anything?
Cecil will look up from his map. What? What do you mean?
There's a guy over there that if you tell him stuff, he gives you money.
Cecil will just kind of give a big sigh and put his pencil down. What do you mean stuff?
Like stuff about the city and the grounds and all that, like noble people stuff. Like, obviously you can't tell him anything, but like, you know, like important stuff.
Cecil just kind of turns his head. Is like, I don't know anything that you don't know.
Yeah, I figured as much, but you know, you pay a little bit more attention than I do sometimes, so I figured I'd let you know that guy's over there and he's paying for stuff and we're looking for money.
I mean, we could go find out stuff, but we've kind of got a full schedule.
Right, I know.
Is this just more of a if we come across anything kind of deal?
Potentially, yeah. You know,
Okay.
think about it as a side quest, I guess. You know, collect the information and give it to that guy, and then he gives us money, and we use that money to buy things like booze or
Right.
whatever.
Cecil just kind of shakes his head and goes back to his magic side quest. Hey, did you see Avi? She's sitting over there.
Yeah, she looked at us. I think she doesn't want us to sit with her. I think she's one of the cool kids now.
As as the two of you are having that conversation, Cecil and Bracken, Avi, you would notice a figure after a few minutes, making his way over towards you. And he sits down, not quite in the same outfit as he was a few nights ago, but still very posh, regal. He has a cape that is set to drape over only half of the shoulders. Well, you certainly were something.
Just something.
More than what I imagined you first.
I mean, if you're trying to compliment me, you can do a little better.
He sort of leans in, a cat-like smile on his face. Well, how best should I compliment you? Are you one to listen to poetry? Or do you prefer facts of observations?
I've never been one for poetry.
Then your grasp of musical theory is astounding. Your beauty, of course, perhaps not quite what is standard around Gloom Noir, but present. And you seemed terribly alone over here.
And you decided to fix that?
Offering a service.
Hey, who's that guy hitting on Avi?
You think he's hitting on her? Well, he does look fancy.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But why aren't we the cool kids?
Because she's the one sitting at her own table, and we've been sitting here, and you're looking at a map.
I'm making a map.
Even worse.
But
You're
how
not helping your case.
How long's that guy been sitting over there?
We just got there. Let's pay attention. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Slam the pencil down. Well, not slam it, but gently put it down and kind of
But don't
keep
make
an
it
eye over
obvious.
there. Cecil will try to not make it obvious.
Whenever Cecil's not looking, Bracken will look, and then I'm assuming when he looks back, then that means Cecil can look.
Why don't we get not perception? Why don't we make this performance checks to make it look?
Holy shit.
Cecil looks fairly normal. Like, it's the very sort of like, you know someone's looking, but it doesn't look obvious. Meanwhile, Bracken is like full face looking over that way.
It's making eye contact with
yeah.
the guy.
Avi will lean forward, kind of matching that smile. And what do you expect in return for your service?
The cat-like smile grows a little bit more predatory, enough to show off the fangs, and well, I wouldn't mind having a bit of company around the estate.
I don't see how that benefits me.
This area is dangerous, but if you plan to come here more often, perhaps you should know just exactly the dens you're walking into. I'm well acquainted and respected. I'll keep you far from any of those that wish to make a meal out of you. Unwillingly, that is. And he kind of gives a look over you.
Well, let's say hypothetically that I accept this help from you. Then what? You show me all. Keep me safe.
It is very important for one to keep appearances around here. A mortal such as yourself will make waves, more than what you've already done so far in this inn. I like to be where waves are being made. There's a bit of power behind that. So, I really am just asking you for company. But of course, you're going to end up giving me much more by just being at my side.
Okay.
So, as this conversation is happening between Avi and the figure at her table, Cecil Bracken have been watching, some more obviously than others. At any point, Cecil Bracken, do you do more than just observe?
Bracken is attempting to try and read lips.
Roll for me. Roll for me. We're gonna make this a perception check.
Perception check.
You definitely can tell they're talking.
You
Not
getting any of this?
I was just gonna ask you.
I think he's asking her what her favorite mixed greens are for a salad, and where is the safest place to travel when on a budget.
Why would he be asking that?
That's what. Hey, look, I'm not the one here to decipher things. I'm just here to figure it out.
Oh, isn't that deciphering?
You've been on my ass all day. You know that.
What? Okay, hang on. Wait here. I'll see if I can figure anything out.
Okay, cool.
Cecil's
I'm gonna
just
sit right here.
Cecil's gonna swing his little legs and he's gonna look for the restroom. He's gonna make for the restroom. If it's not a path that would take him past where Avi is sitting, he will take the long way around.
what's your passive perception?
That's a 12.
You don't see an obvious sign for a restroom, so you can 100% take the long way around.
Yeah, we're just taking a lap.
Yeah.
And as I pass by, I'm gonna try and listen and to see if I hear anything.
Roll a perception check based on hearing.
When I get close, I want to slow my stride by like 50%.
I'm gonna ask for an added performance check to make that seem natural.
Holy.
So you want
Bracket
performance
is
and
watching this.
perception?
Yes, performance and perception. So, you're a little bit too focused on making yourself seem natural, which you think you're doing really well. You're managing it somewhat, like you can tell that you've slowed down, but it doesn't seem like awkward about slowing down. However, because you're so focused on making sure that you don't fuck this up, you're not really catching too much of the conversation. You get something about waves, but that's about it.
Do I ever find the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go to the bathroom and then I'll return back to Bracken.
What the hell was that?
It was my best. It's somewhere in the middle there. I forgot what I was supposed to do. I heard something about waves, so maybe they're
Yeah.
going to a beach.
Where's the best place to go that's safest to travel on a budget? I'm telling you.
You might be onto something. Probably not. I'm not sure if they have beaches here, but maybe.
I mean,
Why would a
everywhere's got to have
vampire
a
want to go
beach
to?
eventually, yeah.
Why would a vampire want to go to a beach?
You would know that Gloom Noir has beaches. It's on the lake of The
The
wretched
lake
lake.
of something.
It's on the wretched lake. So they like
There it
there's-
is, something dark and ominous.
Yeah,
The
you've
lake
got
of endless tears.
now. Now the wretched lake isn't something you want to swim in. It's filled
Oh,
of
shocker.
It's filled with wraiths and other unsatisfied and angry spirits. But I mean, there is waterfront here. You could get waterfront property.
Maybe they're talking about that lake we walked under.
And how wavy it is.
I don't know. I didn't see the water. We were under it.
Yeah, there
There was a lot of
you were
like,
in the in the caverns and the caves. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of air blowing around under the lake. Maybe that's causing waves on top of the lake. Does that make sense in any way?
Roll roll a nature check.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's how waves work.
I mean, Cecil, it's not typically how waves work. It could cause the motion of the water to create a current, which could then amplify into waves. But usually it's on top.
Don't you undercut me, lady in my head, telling me what's happening.
I guess it's possible. Just not really how it works, but
We're really
Yeah.
playing two different games here. I don't.
Yeah, we really are.
I will say that Avi, with your passive perception, you would have totally noticed the Cecil situation.
I think if I was blind, I would have noticed the Seychelles situation.
The Cecil situation is the name of my new indie band.
Okay.
you think we should go over there?
I'm gonna-
I think you already did.
Well,
keep, when Cecil walked by, I would have, kept him in my periphery. And did he notice?
Roll an insight check.
I can do that. It's 27.
Uh,
Hell yeah, Captain Weird.
he's noticed in the sense of like someone who sees someone in the room, but he
Mm.
doesn't seem to be paying attention. Like Cecil's actions were something that he picked up on, but nothing that he's interested in.
Got it.
Does this guy look like he has a lot of money?
Yes, he does look like he has a lot of money.
Okay, Cecil, hear me out. I got a plan brewing here of a way we can get a lot of money really quick.
is it gonna mess up Avi's plan that she seems to be doing?
No,
Oh my goodness. I don't even
because
know
we'll
what
be
game
we'll be totally separate. Check this out. So Avi's gonna set up something, and we'll be outside. And then when this guy comes out, we jump his ass.
What if you want to rob one of the vampires on their own estate?
Well, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound smart.
The estate that we're trying to help a different vampire take control of?
Well, yeah, but they don't control it right now.
And
Getting
that we
money
have-
out of the estate makes it easier to take over, doesn't it?
I don't think it's gonna be a money situation. And also, we have to come back here probably several more times to get all their stuff in order.
You could just say it's not a good idea. That's fine.
I was just... Is that what you think, Bracken?
Bracken will sip some water.
Okay, then. Just trying to help you think about it, too.
Avi will sit up straight in her chair, her hands kind of folded in front of her. I don't think I ever caught your name.
He will smile, and I will pull up a name generator real quick.
Mhm.
Oh, boom! Boom, we got him!
Wouldn't it be fun if this was just Oswin?
It's not. I know exactly who Oswin is.
Mhm.
It's Cadrib, but in a trench coat with two other Cadribs beneath him.
Poor Cadron.
He will give a sort of bow of his head, and I'm Everard.
Avi.
A beautiful name for a beautiful bard.
Avi might blush just a little. So you say you got friends in high places?
I know the people that are worth knowing.
Mm.
You don't wish to be too high up on the ladder. That's when people want to tear you down. But you want to be high enough that you don't have to worry about the rungs beneath you.
Mm.
But we won't learn of any of those people staying around here. And he'll stand up and hold his arm out, very much like a gentleman. Perhaps you could join me on a promenade.
I don't think I'd like anything more. Lying straight through teeth.
If he notices the lie, he doesn't seem to care.
Said something about a parade.
I kind of turn like I'm pushing in my chair and give a look to Bracken and Cecil, like big eyes, and
If Avi looks over, Bracken's got like dinner plate owl eyes just watching the whole situation unfold. But he's trying to be discreet about it.
Which just means like his face is scrunched up to make
Well,
it
it's
look like
big
it's
owl eyes, and
yeah.
then whenever that guy like remotely turns his head, he just jerks it back and looks at Cecil's map, and then like looks over his shoulder. It's very sudden, jittery movements.
I think I should clarify. It's not scared big eyes. It's like, hey, look at what I'm doing. Big eyes.
No, I get you. And I'll elbow Cecil and be like, "They're moving."
She gave us a look.
Yeah, that means that. Do you think that was a follow me look or just a hey, stay here kind of look?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's find out. And I'm gonna look back at Avi, and it's gonna be a look of, what do you want us to do? I'm gonna kind of give a shrug and like a lean back almost.
Hold on. I'll activate my ring real quick. Be like, if you need to follow, do it at a distance.
Forgot we had these. This makes way more sense. Sounds good.
So, with Avi on Everard's arm, the two head out to take a promenade about the Gazindul estate. Cecil, Bracken, what would you two do? Do you follow, or do you go to your own areas to investigate?
Well, it seems dangerous to leave her on her. I mean, she's capable, but it seems dangerous to leave her on her own, right?
Yeah, we can follow at a distance, I think.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. With that, then, knowing where you guys are heading, we're going to take our first ad break for the evening. So hang tight with us. We'll be right back to continue our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, however, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen, as well as in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. You can find a full list available on our Discord. But stick with us, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Oh no.
All right, we are back, and we're diving into our session here. So
We're diving into our session here.
sorry that I have a freaking name generator pulled up for reasons.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So,
Good thinking, Brent.
yeah, you are, Avi, you are on the arm of Everard, a vampire who has taken interest in you and has
Mhm.
offered to show you about the grounds of the Gesset Dual Estate. Bracken, Cecil, you have decided you wish to follow these guys at a distance. So I would like Bracken and Cecil to roll for me stealth rolls, please.
Oh, yeah. We form a disguise. We're two small creatures.
You've done it
You need a
before.
broom.
Yeah. You were a fairy back then, but still.
Same difference.
So, okay, I will keep your stealth rolls in mind here as the scene is progressing.
As we go through, Cecil's adding areas to his map.
Okay. So Avi, yeah, you are led through the from the vein of the vein to the different blood gardens that fill the area here. You are pointed out areas. If you are ever here and find yourself in the company of someone who wishes to take you down to the vaults, you would be entering in over there. So, the vaults are perhaps not what they seem. They are blood vaults, meant for feedings.
They're not where I want to go.
Likely.
I'll keep that in mind. I wish you were around to give me a tour last time. I just kind of wandered and...
Well, I had not been quite so in the know of your talents on our last acquaintance.
Yeah, well, you found out who I was looking for, and then you kind of threw me away like a wet rag.
Who you were looking for is quite drab.
You were quite right.
Did you ever find her?
I did.
He nods. Again, very sort of uninterested, but acknowledging the fact that you achieved what you were setting out for.
I played that day as well, but you wouldn't know that.
Yes, I was outside and engaging in other activities.
Apparently people were talking about me, but...
Well, you are quite unique amongst the other bards of this estate. Vibrant, one might say.
I don't know if I should say thank you or run and hide.
I'm uninterested in anything that is not freely given.
That's good to know.
So, Songbird, any particular areas of the Gazette Dual Estate that you are interested in?
Where do like the real high up people stay? I bet those are real fancy places.
Well, it depends on truly the individual. Not all of the family stay in the estate. It is of their own volitions, but those that do make their sanctums on the grounds and stick close to the Wraith Spire, and he'll point to a tower in the distance. It's almost solitary, it's spined, and you can see there's almost this break between the lower structures and the higher structures, where the sky, you can see through it. It's very much separate than the rest of the estate grounds.
Does Lord Victorian stay here?
Victorian does keep to the grounds, but I don't believe he's in Wraith Spire. He's always doing something. I think currently he's on some sort of diplomatic agreement with some of the other houses, trying to have them join on board in this progressive change. It's all very political. Not something that I'm trying to get too wrapped up in. I don't wish to get farther along in other houses, just far enough in my own.
Yeah, I hear you there. That sounds kind of... sounds like a lot.
But I will say that it is through the work of Victorian that perhaps you have been able to grace your presence on our stage. It would have been more dangerous had he not been pushing for allowing more mortals come through.
Where do you stand on that issue?
I think surrounding yourself with the undead and looking at mortals is only cattle. Why, it's quite old-fashioned. And while traditions have their places in many things, a little bit of life breathed into the everyday makes for things much more interesting. More waves to catch upon.
See.
Cecil. Bracken.
Mm.
The walk has been fairly uneventful. They've really been sticking to well-maintained grounds, pathways that have been defined. And as you've been following, go ahead, give me a perception check, please. Cecil, you notice nothing out of the unordinary. Bracken, however, you're fairly certain that there is one of these aristocratic figures that has been following you for the last 3 minutes.
We got a tail.
Where?
Did you really ask me where our tail is?
Yeah, specifically.
Behind us.
Specifically.
Behind us.
Okay, can you describe them? Cecil's gonna stop, turn around, and put his hands on his hips.
Bracken will match that energy and look at him and be like, look, I don't need to be a genius to know that a tail is on the ass of something.
What's chasing us?
You know what? That guy right there. Bracken's gonna say that super loudly and point like directly at him and make eye. Yeah, you. And Bracken's gonna start walking over to him.
Well, that's more like it. Cecil's gonna go. Hands still on hips.
The figure that you have
Come here.
pointed towards is a shaded soul. So a zombie, but again feeds on latent death energies instead of decaying. And he startles from the conversation that he was having. And his conversational partner backs away, leaving just this guy. And he wears fine clothes, befitting like a merchant or some lower level of nobility. And his hair is pulled back by a bow and ribbon. And I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Hands up, very defensive.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what they told you to say. Come here.
Avi, you would of course hear this happening behind you as well. But the merchant figure will step forward carefully. Again, hands up, palms outward. I don't know who this they you're talking about is. I've not been told to say anything by anyone.
Why are you following us? Huh?
I wasn't following you.
Bullshit.
Perhaps we were walking in a similar direction, but I was having a
How
conversation.
could now we're all walking? All of a sudden, I wasn't following you, and now we're walking in a similar direction. How convenient.
There is a path that we stand upon for people to walk.
Oh, and that's supposed to be some big kind of, philosophical thing to throw me off? Nuh-uh, I ain't buying it. You were following me, and now there's a problem.
Sir, I please, ask you to implore this. What reason would I have to follow you?
You tell me.
There
You're
is.
the one following me.
I'm not, sir. There is no reason for me to follow you because I wasn't.
I think that tiny man's trying to fight that person.
I have good ideas that should a fight break out, that the short one will win.
Really?
Oh, yes. The figure that he's speaking to, Gil,
Mm-hmm.
spineless. He cows at any moment.
Well, then this might be fun.
Cecil's trying to hold Bracken back a little bit. Now, Bracken, maybe he was just going along the same path.
Oh, that's such horse shit. You saw it too. He was following us.
I didn't
Come
know
here.
it until
Come
you-
here. And
No,
Bracken's
no.
gonna fight against me and held back to freak this guy out. Do like some feint swings to make him flinch.
Oh yeah, he's flinching 100%, like full eyes closed, preparing to get hit.
While holding Bracken, Cecil's be like, now, do you have something
Snarling.
to tell us, or should I let him go?
There's nothing to tell. I really I was on a walk through the gardens, and perhaps I don't know. I really haven't seen you all until this instance and situation here.
Oh, let me at him.
He's literally drooling on my arm. I'm not sure. He seems very sure that you've been following us for some time.
I swear that I've not been following you.
Cecil, let's go.
Bracken just hauls back.
Oh no.
This guy, like, cowers, like, full, like, hands covering the face. He's not a person that fights, you can tell immediately.
Cecil's gonna try and catch the punch.
Yeah, Bracken will let him.
I think maybe it was just a coincidence, Bracken.
Get out of here.
Yes, I will. And he, like, scurries off after the figure he was having conversations with.
We probably shouldn't be starting fights in an enclave of vampires.
Look, he was following us. I know it.
This is their home.
You know,
Also, we're following them.
that's different.
How?
It is. Just why are you again? Why are you on his side now? What's
I'm
going
not. I just want to understand.
on? Look,
Obviously,
if
gonna start
someone's
walking again.
if someone's following us, that means they're dangerous to all of us. So we got to deal with them. That's a problem, and that guy could be put on his ass. All right?
We're in a enclave of vampires.
Okay.
They could eat us.
They'd have to try.
Remember when that one bit us and drank our blood? And how unpleasant that was?
That was a different one. That one's scary. That guy was nothing.
Okay, well that one might have 100 friends.
I don't know if they're all like him. I think I got that. That's like beating up first graders, you know?
How many first graders do you think you could take out?
Oh, you don't want to hear the answer to that.
Oh my goodness.
But obvious moving again.
Oh, shit. All right, carry on.
Now I've heard a name kind of floating around. It's quite it's made me giggle on more than one occasion. I'm not gonna lie. It's Skull Doodle, I think it is.
Yes, Oswin. And he
What do you
kind
know
of
about
gives a bit of a smile there. Well, Oswin is interesting, one might say.
Oh.
He's a wraith, so more spectral, but still carries some of his gnomish appearances. And he's very...
Luck's having trouble, huh?
Yes. That's one for luck. Okay. But no. Oswin is very lively for someone of our nature. But very scholarly. Good wisdoms. There is a allure to him. Makes him good to be around people. I can see why Victorian has him as his seneschal. The sort of walkway opens up into that main area. You pass by the strange fountain of blood with the chalices and arms outstretched. You see, of course, the other buildings here, the Great Hall, the archives, the other areas of the estate grounds, of course. All very, it seems, pleasant. Given, of course, where you're at.
I'm running out of things to say because I don't want to ask and be too obvious. I heard of a party coming up.
Oh yes, the masquerade. I am hoping that this year I will be one of the invited.
Like you just don't get to go if you stay here?
No, it is a very exclusive event for certain members of House Gazadul and other aristocracy of Gulnawar. But the Sanguine Masquerade, I hear, is very interesting, and it would mean that I'm high enough on the ladder if I get an invitation that people have noticed me.
Well, I hope you get your invitation.
I will be working towards it. And he gives a, it's not quite a genuine smile, but one perhaps that speaks of pride and dedications.
What is it that you do?
I shake hands, I collect information, and sometimes a bit of backstabbing when it is required. I may not be a fan of politics outside of Gezidul, but I am politicking while I am here. It's better than what I was in life.
Is it rude for me to ask what you did in life?
I was a tax collector.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It was a job, and one that I was quite good at, but this is more fulfilling.
Seems like quite a step up.
Sometimes you just I have to give up one life for another to begin. Do you plan to play any more sets this day, Miss Avi?
I might. The mood strikes me.
Then I will see that I keep close to the vein. I would hate to miss another performance.
I hope I see you there.
He gives a nod. Well, as much as our promenade was delightful, I do have meetings to attend to, people to talk with, and perhaps music to listen to. And with a bow, he will head on his own way. It's easy enough for you to find Cecil and Bracken from behind you, with their stealth rolls from earlier.
What in the hells were you two doing?
Making sure you were okay.
Watch
I
out for
was
our teammate.
fine. Oh my goodness. You, Bracken, starting fights.
If that guy was following us.
He was not. The man has no spine.
Well, I found that out after, but I thought he was following us.
Well, I didn't find out too much. I guess Victorian does stay somewhere on the grounds, but he's not here. And I didn't find out exactly where he stays either. And then from what I heard, this Oswin guy is just the best guy.
Like he's a nice guy?
Yeah,
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know.
Well, getting a closer look at Victorian's area might be easier if he's not around.
That's true.
If we
Let's
can
see.
find out where.
See, here's the thing. I didn't want to ask too many questions because I didn't want to be suspicious.
Right, we don't know that guy.
He's nice enough.
What are his motivations, though?
Difficult to say. But he did point out some places that I definitely shouldn't go, so. I mean, he's not the worst.
Oh, where should we not go?
The vaults.
Did we go by there?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Cecil makes little notes on a little map.
Should have
What
thought
is
of that
that?
before he told us.
I'm making a map.
Wow, Cecil.
It's not to scale necessarily, but we're gonna probably be back here and needing to navigate, and
Right.
might have to give directions to others, so trying to do something useful.
Oh, I talked to a guy in the bar. In case you know anything, he pays you if you tell him stuff.
And what does he do with that information?
I don't know, but he pays you if you tell him things.
You realize that, we do have information that we need to plant here.
Well,
Physical though, right?
I mean, yes, but
we
also...
could plant and then tell him where it can be found.
Oh.
We're all just like,
This is all looking pretty good.
Cecil, you're so smart.
Hey, sometimes the broken clock's right.
Alright, well, maybe we ought to find out where this Victorian died. Stays.
We could ask one of the people that we've already courted to our side.
Cecil,
Yes.
if you bring her up one
Who?
more time, you
The
know
captain?
who I'm talking
Captain
about.
Shavraban, my boy? Oh, you mean the other one. No, thank you.
You want to find Shabberban.
No, I don't. Yeah. Shavraban.
Alright. That
Sure.
seems
Safe.
like a reasonable person to seek out.
Unless anyone else wants to go see that trader.
Why did you bring...
No, we're all good.
Nobody wants to see her.
Yeah.
Except for Lorcan.
Lorcan wants to see so
Lorcan
much of
wants
her.
to see her.
Literally type in that in stream chat.
Cecil makes a little note on his map and circles the area to show Lorcan later. Oh, you can go back to the training grounds where the captain was previously.
Alright. Let's go see.
Here we go.
Oh, I might want to play again later.
Oh,
Maybe around dinner time.
okay.
It's a little extra money, too.
Boy, do we need it. Especially if we're going to end up with something nice and intriguing to wear to the upcoming party. That
Well,
may cost more and more.
I have ideas.
Good.
And it won't just be lovely.
Cecil's not gonna touch that one.
I've forgiven her for that. I don't know why I said that.
Sure you have.
You make your way to the training grounds, and as you do so, you do pass by a woman. She's not quite tall, probably about 5'6", but she seems to wear armor and wear it well, and she seems to be heading away from the training guards.
Excuse me, milady. Might you know where Captain Shavraban would be?
Yes, Fedora.
You see her face is hard to read. Not really any emotions. You'll find the captain over with the training whelps, as he always is.
Oh, great. You don't train with him?
No, I keep my own men and women separate. I am leader of a specialized force.
Oh, how intriguing. What force would that be?
Personal detailing. Now, if you...
Bodyguards?
Yes.
Oh. What, can I tell what her background is?
She definitely seems to be of a military sort.
What about her race?
She's human, but she's vampiric.
Sure. Okay, well, thanks for the directions.
She gives a nod, and if you have no further comments towards her, she continues on her way.
Goodbye.
She
Well,
seems very nice.
She seems all business. Cecil looks up at Avi.
What?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm not flirting with any more vampires today.
Listen, no one's stopping you.
I'm stopping me.
Oh, that's responsible enough. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah. You see Captain Chavraban, as he was last time. Large, imposing, and training the guards.
Hail, Captain. A quick question for you, friend.
Oh, yes, you've come back. Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, we just passed this very professional-looking human lady.
Ah,
Said she worked. Yeah, do you know her?
yes. That is Sibylla. Sibylla Duskraven. She is the commander of Vitorian's personal guard.
Oh,
Hmm.
I thought you were the commander of the elite soldiers. Is that a separate wing of your organization?
I command the House Gezed Dual Guard. Vitorian is has his own since the tensions have risen, which is not unheard of. Plenty of the higher-ups in the Gezedul family have their own guard. Listana has her own, Vitorian. Though, I guess Ragvol's guard is the Gezedul guard.
What can you tell me about this Lady Duskraven?
She's good at what she does. I'd say that. But perhaps not the most pleasant to be around for anything but a few sparring matches.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe I would have invited her had I known. Okay. Do you know where Victorian stays? Does he have a manor, a home, an office?
He keeps a manor house here on the Gezedul estate, but it is technically his own personal manors.
Gated, walled.
No, but maintained.
Very well. Okay. Whereabouts would we find that?
Well, he stays close to the Wraith spire and points off to the distance. To be close, if Father Ragavul needs anything, of course.
That makes sense, of course. All right. Well, we're gonna head that way. We're trying to get a lay of the land, and Cecil will unroll his little homemade map and show him very proudly at how he's filling in landmarks.
As he looks it over, sort of leaning down. Oh, seems that you've made yourself familiar with the Blood Vaults. That's good to know.
Yes, and good to avoid for people such as me.
Well, I mean, right next to it is the wine cellar, so perhaps maybe not avoid it too much.
Haha, very good. I'll update my notes. All right. Well, thank you, Captain. That's all the questions I had. I'm sorry to interrupt your training for the day.
And if you are coming by, perhaps it's not too much of an interruption. Though you are welcome to train with the men anytime you find yourself with time on your hands.
Well, I just might take you up with that. Thank you. Cecil put his arm out for a handshake.
Yeah, you get one in return.
Good day, sir. I'll scamper back to my friends. Okay. We gotta go to that big spire thing. Victorian's got a manor out that way. Also, that lady that we just bumped into was the commander of his personal guard.
Oh.
Her name's Sybil Duskraven.
Sibylla.
Sibylla. I forgot a letter.
I will remind Bracken that you've already heard that name once today.
Yeah. She's the one that might be looking for extra muscle. Yeah, we should talk to her. Where's she at?
Well, she was walking off that way.
Oh,
Might be able to
and
catch her.
Bracken's immediately gonna take off.
Oh,
Well,
It is
it's
the
fine, Cecil.
opposite direction of the Race Spire Tower.
he's already gone.
Yep.
Yep.
I guess we gotta chase him.
I'm not chasing him.
I mean, we could walk slowly after him. He'll
That
talk.
is more my plan.
Okay, let's do that. We could also tell him
It's
on
your
the right.
guys' turn to trail.
Alright, let's walk briskly after him.
All right.
Okay. So, as the two of you walk briskly after Bracken, go ahead, give me either perception or investigation to find this woman.
Let's see here.
You have no idea where she has gone.
Sabella! Yeah, I'm just gonna watch to see who turns.
No one turns to like face you, but you do have a few people that were like kind of looking that then give like very obvious eyes to another figure who is very much walking away.
After her.
All right. Yeah, you close some of that distance. She doesn't quite acknowledge your presence when you are like right next to her and like kind of walking.
So I was told that you're the person to talk to. I'm looking for some muscle work, and you might have some options.
Are you the one that just yelled my name across the courtyard?
No, that was another guy, but I watched everyone look this way, so I figured this was you.
Hold me a deception check, please.
Holy shit.
Funny. It seems that you two share very similar vocal cords.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, that's all that shouting. That was crazy. That's not important. I'm here because you might need some muscle help, and I'm the guy to patch that hole.
How well can you fight?
Very. It's
How good is
quite
your...
possibly the only thing I'm good at.
And how good are you at following orders?
Decent.
Entry level.
Always looking to improve.
She will stop and turn to face you, looking down at you. Are you willing to prove to me that you can fight and that you are willing to follow orders?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Order number 1, you are to attack me. Order number 2, we fight until one of us is no longer able to stand.
Oh. Okay.
And with that, she's going to draw out a blade, and we are rolling initiatives.
All of us?
I mean, you guys are welcome to roll initiatives, but
I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah, then it'll just be Bracken and Sibylla.
Okay.
This is Bracken.
We're not even there. We're walking.
Hey, I took care of mine.
I took care of my guy. Kinda. A little different.
Alright, let's get some vampire battle music.
Yeah, why don't you type in spooky?
I don't
No.
need to type in spooky.
No.
NOODILI.
Yeah, noodling for life. Stupid things. How bad can this be, right?
Bracken, you are going first.
Hell yeah. Serving it up. Hot and fresh. Lowest is a 20.
Then all three will hit.
For 37 damage.
Yep, 37.
Hooray.
And as the punches come through, you feel them solidly. She seems to take them, not even trying to dodge, really. And then the blade that she has shifts in her hand, and she's going to take her two swings towards you. First trying to carve upwards of the body, and then down from your shoulder and collarbone. The first attack, I'm pretty sure, misses with a 13.
Yep.
But her second is a 21.
That will hit.
That'll be 7 points of slashing damage.
7?
Mhm.
Sorry?
7 slashing. Yep.
Alright.
And then she stays there, still in that battle defense, sort of watching, waiting, as it comes to your turn, Bracken.
Alright. We are going to go for another couple of punches. 11.
That'll miss.
Okay, so one hit for another 12 damage, and then I am going to spend for a patient defense.
Okay. As you take your patient defense, it'll be Sibylla's turn once again, and this time she moves and will try and draw your leg out from underneath you. So make for me an athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
Athletics or acrobatics. 23.
All right. She gets close, but your 23 beats out her 21. And there is almost a look of being impressed in her eyes. And she's going to make another attempt to strike with her long sword.
Mm-hmm.
However, your patient defense pulls off here as you're able to move back. That is a 11 to hit you.
All right. Cool.
And then your turn, Bracken.
We are going to do 2 strikes with superiority die, as well as stunning strikes. So a 19 and an 18.
The 18 just hits.
All right, cool. So that will be 2 trip attacks with stuns. So I will need 2 DC 17 strength saves and 2 con save DC 14.
All right, so the first attack, that is a 23 on her strength save.
Okay.
And she is going to use a legendary resistance on her constitution save.
Okay.
The second one, 18 on her strength. And a 17 on con.
Okay. And that will be another patient defense.
Okay. And with that, Sibylla's turn comes back to it, and once again, she's going to attempt to get you on the ground. Please make for me an athletics and acrobatics check.
11?
she is able to swipe your feet from beneath you, landing you prone.
Okay.
And once you are there, she is going to bring the sword down into a attempt to stab. With a natural 20.
Can I scarf that?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. We will take that.
You see that there is a bit of intrigue upon her face at your use of your magical item. And it is your turn, Bracken.
All right. We are going to use our movement to get up. And then get right back at it.
Okay.
17 misses, I'm assuming.
17, unfortunately, just misses.
All right. We will just go ahead and we'll take one more strike. We're doing okay in terms of condition. That will be a 19 to hit for another 12.
Okay. We've got... She's gonna go for a first swing of her longsword. With a 27.
That will hit.
For 7 slashing. And then as she's in there, she's going to quickly move, and as she does so, take an unarmed strike here.
Okay.
With a 20 to hit.
That will.
And you expect for a moment claws, some sort of piercing damage. But instead, there's just a pressure as she ends up getting you in a grapple here.
Okay. Sounds good.
And it would be about this point that I would say, Avi and Cecil, you are starting to walk up and see what is happening here. As Bracken, we come to your turn.
Okay. We will... Can I try to break the grapple?
You can. That's an action. It takes either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
13?
13 is not enough. Her arm is like stone here as it holds you in place.
Gotcha. Let me see. We will take a bonus action to try and headbutt.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that with disadvantage or anything like that, or no?
You are not considered restrained, so no.
Okay. $10.
And as this happens, it'll be Sibylla's turn, and holding onto that grapple, she's going to try and throw you onto the ground. I'm just kind of reflavoring her unarmed strike here. That's a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
For 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And then she's going to again kind of follow through with it, getting onto her knees to sort of pin you down.
Okay.
With a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And again, no damage you feel this time, but you feel that again pressure of her arm, stone-like and cold, holding you down.
Gotcha.
And before we can see what Bracken will do on his turn, this is where we must take our next ad break. So, Hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. Donations here unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, hang out with us. We'll see you guys very soon. All right, we are back, and as we were returning, it will be Bracken's turn. But before we do that, I do want to ask a quick thought from Cecil and Avi. You guys are walking up at this moment, and you can see where the vampire Sibylla has Bracken currently pinned on the ground. What are some thoughts that you've got?
Before really taking notice, Cecil's like, I thought it was really good advice for you to tell Bracken to stop picking fights with these vampires.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how we have a whole lot to gain from that.
Cecil.
Yeah?
Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?
Where?
There.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Do you think he's okay?
Oh.
You wouldn't just run up and punch that lady.
I mean, it's Bracken.
He had heard about her before, right? She was hiring people?
I think so.
Does she look like she's, really putting a lot of effort into this?
Roll for me insight checks. I will say, Cecil, you have advantage for your martial background.
I don't think she's really trying.
With the 20 and 27, there is effort here, but not in the way that one might think. It's not effort to win, it's effort to restrain. She's holding herself back to not hurt Bracken.
She's definitely holding back.
Avi's got, one of her nails between her teeth.
He's looking back at Avi. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Is he okay?
Maybe.
Uh,
I want to see how this ends.
Maybe we should let this play out.
I'm very interested to see how this goes.
what happened to I'm not flirting with other vampires today?
Am I flirting? I'm just looking.
Bracken, are you back?
Yes.
It is your turn. You are currently pinned while prone on the ground.
Interesting. We are going to make... Hold on, let me check the wording on something real quick. Okay. So for maneuvering attack, it says when you hit with an attack, or a weapon attack, which in this case, unarmed strikes, you can expend a superiority die and add the total to the damage, and then allow a creature you can see or hear to use its reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Is that viable or no as a DM?
I'm going to look into this real quick.
Yes.
So, looking at it in the player's handbook, you can move one of your comrades. So
okay.
it's specifically someone that's not yourself.
I fully acceptable. Just wanted to check.
Yep.
Does she have my arms restrained?
No. She's holding down at your chest, so
Okay.
one of her arms is there.
We're gonna take 2 big swings.
Now, because you are prone on the ground, those are technically at disadvantage.
Okay, so that'll be the first one.
Okay, so 21 will hit.
Yeah.
11 misses.
And I'll do another 12 damage.
Okay.
And then so she has me pinned. Can I flavor the dodge action as like putting up my arms to block any incoming strikes?
Sure.
Okay, I will do that.
It is on her turn that she looks down at you. I believe this is the end of our duel. I've beaten you to the point that you cannot stand in this duel. And as she looks down at you, do you agree?
I mean, I could get up.
I could break your knee right now where you stand.
Nuh-uh, I'm built different.
She's going to make a move for your knee.
Okay, wait. You got me. Fine.
And she will stand up, release you from where you are standing prone, and combat comes to an end.
Bracken will get up and dust himself off. Said I give a good interview?
You can fight well enough, though perhaps your approach to orders and directives is in fact more necessary for growth.
Like I said, room for improvement. But
you've got my interest. Let's see that you continue to maintain it.
yeah, call me.
Where could I send a calling in the case that you are required?
I'm staying at one of the estates in town. One of the nice ones.
You can give her the Ravamir Manor.
Ravamir man.
She nods. I will keep that in mind. And as she says that, she again gives a second look towards the scarf that you wear, intrigue upon her face.
All right, well, that's all good. Looking forward to hearing from you. You have a good one. And Bracken will give her some finger guns and then kind of walk off.
She says nothing to you and continues walking where she was before.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Bracken.
What did you do?
I found a new way to make some money.
Oh,
Go on.
I heard from the guy that's buying information that she might have been looking for muscle, so I proved a point, and now she's interested enough that she might hit me up if she's got a job.
So you want to work for the person who protects the person we're after?
Oh, it's a good chance to get in,
I think it's a perfect chance to get in.
and
get
it's also
close.
a good way to make some money.
Sure. But this could get you close enough to maybe plant something,
For sure.
and then maybe tell someone else where that something might be found.
I get what you're putting down. Bracken does not get what you're putting down.
We could frame Sibylla for some things against Vittoria.
quieter.
Yeah. Bracken will catch up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've done a great thing here, Bracken.
Yeah.
Tell me, Bracken, was she very strong?
Oh God.
Yeah, she's pretty tough.
Okay.
She threatened to break my knee.
Did she?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She had me all pinned on my chest, and it was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Avi, why are you biting your lip?
Am I? I'm sorry.
Hold on, I have to type something here real quick.
Oh no.
Sorry. I just had to get that out of my
Oh, what
system.
time is it? No, thank you.
Well,
Get out of my head.
uh, should we continue back towards Vitorian's manor to scope that out?
Yeah. No, I'm down for that now.
Is this lady hiring you on the spot? Like,
Nah, she said she'd reach out.
well, maybe leading up to this masquerade or even at the masquerade, you could work for them and just
Yeah,
get
that'd be good.
figure
I
things
bet there'd be
out.
a good paycheck on that.
Sure, bragging the paycheck. But what about getting in and getting close?
Oh, right. Yeah, my bad. I'm not. Bracken is not thinking long term right
I'll have Terraminder explain it to you later.
now.
So towards the spire?
Yeah, we can take a walk around there, I suppose.
More details from my little mappy map.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys are walking, are you just kind of walking in that area to kind of get a view, or are you trying to get close?
I'd probably want to get a view to see how close we could get.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
like that.
okay. Roll for me perception check, please. Cecil's paying too much attention to his map. Avi, with a 14, you see that there are a few houses out this area, but they are kind of in the open. It wouldn't be like easy to sneak up to these houses. And they do seem to have guards that are outside. As well, of course, guards around the actual Wraith Spire, which is further away.
Right. Plenty of guards around.
An uncomfortable amount.
Kind of give a nod and a smile to one of them as we walk past.
They kind of just watch you, give a bit of a nod, but don't really smile.
Not the friendly type of guards either.
Yeah, these ones are no fun.
Guards are always more fun when they're off duty. Is there any indication which manor is Vitorian's?
Not really, no. They all seem to be fairly high ranking figures that would be here. There are guards at every manor. But, I mean, you could, as an option, try and do like a bit of a stakeout and see if you could see where Vitorian might enter into one day. Unless today is a day you'd like to do a stakeout, but you've already kind of made yourself known to the guards, so.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to tip our hand with so many eyes watching.
I mean, we have time. We can,
Get it figured out.
we can spend more time up here, make our faces at least known so we're not as suspicious,
And Bracken might be working here.
That's true.
So he could be the eyes on the inside. He could tell us everything if he understands. Okay, but if he ever figures it out.
Yeah. Tell you what's going on and get a paycheck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're kind of
Yeah.
sneaky, right, Bracken? And you'd have a right to be inside.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that would give us pretty ease of access to plant the items we need, and maybe he could help get us in.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I can tell we're gonna have to have a longer conversation later.
So many conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Look, whatever we need, we got it.
Right.
So positive. Just out of nowhere.
I got my head jostled a little bit in that last fight.
You good, Bracken?
I'm still trying to figure out why Cecil's so on board with farming all of a sudden, talk about planting all this stuff, but we'll figure it out.
He might need to go and sleep a couple days, but
Yeah.
we need to get him into work also. I'm gonna put my
True.
finger up to Bracken's eyes and like follow the tip of my finger and don't move your head.
He'll follow with his eyes.
I'll move it back and forth, and I'm watching his eyes. How's he doing?
He's doing decently enough.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are there any areas of the estate grounds that we haven't really taken a look at yet?
Well, there's the blood vaults.
I mean, not like I'm looking for major landmarks to fill in my map.
Let me double check. There's the training grounds, the stables, there's a blacksmith's workshop, servants' quarters, that you see that were near the training grounds as well. There is the Deathless Archives, that's the library that you met with, Silvrani, within.
Yeah, we're good on that.
That's also where it's known that Osmond Skulldoodle spends time in, particularly the Whispering Quill part of the Deathless Archives. And yeah, that's really all that because you've got the Grand Hall, and so you've gotten most of the major landmarks.
Okay, that's good.
At least the ones that exist above ground. There's 2 that you were given that exist underneath the ground, so.
Pass. So we've got this Skulldoodle guy we need to find out more about.
Right.
Do we have any leads on that, other than him being a nice guy?
He spends time in the archives, doesn't he?
Oh. Well, it does seem like a place where someone could be isolated and taken off the board.
Sure.
And I think we have a known ally over there too. Now, I know,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe Silverani could help in either luring or dispatching Oswin Schooldoodle.
Oh, goodness.
It's probably going to have a price, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just do it ourselves. I mean, that's just an option.
We could, but I ain't really plan on killing anybody today.
Oh, no, we don't have to today. No, certainly not. Wouldn't it be great if we could get Oswin and Sibylla to just kill each other?
Mm.
That would be too convenient, right?
That's a pretty cool plan.
Well, I don't really have a plan. It's just more of a convenient outcome. Are there any more areas or information either of you would like to seek out for today?
I'm sitting pretty.
About what time is it?
Well, we'll say that you've been around walking, gathering information for a bit. We'll put you about 4 o'clock, just before dinner rush.
Mm,
Well, you want to head back to the vein?
yeah, might as well.
We'll play for a while and, y'all can eat or, do whatever.
I'll back you up if you need it again.
I know you will, Cecil.
Hell yeah.
I always got your back.
Mm-hmm.
What if Bracken did a little jig on stage?
What if Bracken did a little jig on stage?
Does Bracken even know how to jig?
I don't know, voice in my head.
Well, Bracken, do you know how to jig?
No.
Then I think it'd be very amusing if Bracken did a little jig on stage.
Yes, I.
So, yeah, you guys are easily able to make it back to the vein of the vein. The figure of the morning shift has gone, leaving that very voluptuous elf at the clerk's desk. She seems to be just settling in.
I really wanted to ask about his book.
Well, they seem to only be around for the morning shift, so maybe in a future run.
Maybe.
But the other clerk looks over you, Avi. Are you men intending to play?
Oh, yeah. If that's all right.
As long as the stage is clear, you're fine. I don't believe we have anyone on schedule for today, but if there is, I would make you aware of it when the time was getting close.
All right. Well, I'll head up.
And she nods. But, Avi, how long are you intending to play?
Like for another hour.
Okay. As Avi plays for another hour, Cecil, Bracken, do you do anything to spend your time during the inn? Or do you listen to Avi?
Cecil would be watching the crowd. He'd be splitting his time between watching the crowd for anything that might pique his interest, filling in details on his map, and making sure his hands are ready to go,
All right.
just in case.
Give me an insight check, please. Cool. I'll keep that in mind. Avi, I'll ask for a performance check as well from you.
Mm-hmm. That's like a 33.
You're doing fine. And then, what is Bracken doing, if anything?
Bracken's just having a good time and getting a drink.
Hell
He's looking good. He's feeling good. He's probably got a black eye forming. He's having a great time with it.
Sounds great. Wow. An hour goes by. Avi, you're able to get your payment of another 10 gold. You are welcome to stay longer at the Vein of the Vein, or, of course, you return to Ravenmere Manor. But eventually your night will come to an end. Morning will come. And what the day holds ahead of you, well, that's going to have to wait for our next session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I'll see you all in our next stream. But until then, head over to wildewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. And as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.